towards the end, he was paroled to help with the American war effort. So for the last 6 months, he's been working at my pastry shop. Hasn't been my friend looking at it.
Now that the war is over, this boy ends, so they want to repatriate him back to Italy. See, she Enzo.
You want Enzo to stay in this country and you want to go?
You understand everything. Wait till you see the beautiful wedding cake I made for your daughter. Oof, like this.
See, so I'm not gonna. What can I say about what the Republican Party did yesterday? I mean, there's nothing that I can say about that because we all knew what it would be, right? We all knew that what they did would come to pass. But what we didn't, I mean, what they don't understand is that with everything, there comes a consequence to that. And they're thinking, they're not only thinking short term, but they're thinking is, well, we don't care. Like what you represent, what this country represents, we don't care about that. That's what they're saying to you. Now, why did I show you that clip from The Godfather? I showed you that clip from The Godfather because as the baker, the guy who made the cake at the wedding, at the Godfather's wedding. By the way, this is The Godfather. We've talked about this before if you watch my videos. He came to the Godfather to ask for a favor for this guy who's working in his pastry shop, right? Enzo. Now, anybody who watched The Godfather knows about Enzo. But what you don't know is the reverberation of how The Godfather did business. You watch my back, I watch yours. We're all in the same thing. Now, believe me, don't think I'm going to try bring a tie from what Trump and the Republican Party. No, them bitches don't. They're nothing like these men of honor. Okay, they're nothing like them. They're nothing like what those guys profess to be, because they're telling you up front that the oath that I took, the oath that I took to protect this country against enemies, foreign and domestic, that don't mean nothing, right? They like I said before in my other videos, when it's feasible, when it's feasible for them to do so, when it's okay, because they have power, they can be the party of law and order. They're no longer the party of law and order. They're the party of degradation, lies, and thievery. That's what they are. Now, but what I want to get to the point of the reverberation of the decisions that we make. What happens is that, okay, I'm going to help my friend. I'm going to help my friend with his problem. And, because we're friends. I'm going to help him. I'm going to help him with his issue. And, I'm going to do a favor for this guy. But what we fail to see the whole picture of is that, later on in the movie, Michael is at his father's bedside because his father got shot. And Enzo comes there with flowers. Now, in the movie, it's foreboding. A lot of people look at, a dude with flowers in a beautiful overcoat over top of a nice suit and a hat. You know what I mean? He's coming to finish the job. But this guy came to pay his respects to his father because he took care of him. You know what I mean? And Enzo, he's not a mobster. He's Italian, but he's not a mobster, right? He's just a baker. And he comes there and he says, and Michael said, "Who is he? Who are you?" And he says, "I am Enzo, the baker." Right? Sorry about that. Anyway, sorry about that. So he says, "Yeah, I'm Enzo, the baker." So Michael said, "Well, you better get out of here. There's going to be trouble." And he said, if there is trouble, I help you. For your father. And he ends up standing outside with Michael. He was out there shaking. You know what I mean? Because he's not a soldier in the Corleone army. He's just a baker, a friend. You know what I mean? But he stands out there with Michael to deter the people that are coming to actually finish the job on his dad. And it works. It works. They deter them, and afterwards they show you, Enzo wanting to get a cigarette. He's so scared, you know what I mean? But the point I'm making is this, that everything that you do in life has a consequence to it. What the Republican Party did yesterday is going to have a consequence to that. They don't think it will, but they do. But it's going to, because they think that 74 million people voted for that guy who just left office. So we gotta latch on to that. We gotta represent that instead of being leaders. Instead of saying to us as a nation, we value law and order, we value truth and justice over all of these things. And whether my body's on the line, whether my career is on the line, I'm going to stand up for all of that. You could yell at me in the airport, Lindsey Graham. You could, you know what I mean? Do whatever you need to do, but I'm going to stand up for what's right. And vote me out. But see, they never really stood for those things in the first place. And I'm going to be harking on every time I see the Republican Party do something. I'm going to ride them. It's not revenge. It's not trying to get back at them. It's facing them with themselves. You can't tell me that all the black men that are in prison now for drugs should still stay there. Every one of them right now should be given a pardon. Period. Without prejudice. Why not? I don't care what they did. Because they didn't care what that other dude did when it came to the siege on the Capitol. So we shouldn't care what these people did. Everybody should get a free pass. Everybody. Murderers too. Why not? That's what they're saying to you. That's what needs to be given the equal. That's the equalizer. And until we bring them to themselves, we are going to be held responsible. We're going to be held accountable for not holding them to a higher standard. I'll see you next time.